What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and today we are here for another video. You guys know that Christmas is around the corner and I finally have some time to dig into my possession. I wouldn't say my collection, but definitely my possession. So over this year, I've opened a lot of cards and sometimes I just don't have time to sort out these cards. So what I would do is I would just leave it up and leave it on the box. And this is the interesting part because some of those cards actually has gone up significantly in value, and I always knew that those cards would go up in value, but I just never had that. I just never had that thought that it would go up to that value that soon or this soon. So a lot of the time, what I usually do is I find some cards that looks nice or looks good, which I have this gut or intuition or just kind of like an instinct feeling that it will go up in price. I would just go online and search it up, and I would just buy impulse buy. Actually, I would just impulse buy around 40, 50, 100 copies of it. So that's how I usually do things. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. Most of the time are hits because I'm usually very, very cautious in making these decisions, even though it is an impulse buy. So it's impulse with reasoning, all right? So basically, I'm gonna make a few videos just talking about the rationale, the insight, and the kind of thinking that I had to go through before purchasing some of these products. Because I feel like that, it's just great to share some of these ideas with you guys, and hopefully that you guys can use this as a template or advice, or to develop your own aspect as to how you observe the market and how you find patterns within these cards. And actually, not just patterns and money and things, but how to find passion and love for some of these cards. So I'm gonna make a few videos talking about some of my cards I've actually bought. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great. I've actually lost money in some of them. So that's pretty much that. Before we go into the first video talking about which card I decided to talk about, I want to talk about my website. So I've actually uploaded the Tag Team All-Star, the gold box with this gold Charizard and Reshiram up for breaks. So I will most likely run the break on Christmas Eve. So if you guys are free or whatever, if you guys want it, it is, I think it was $70 or $80. $80. It's $80, 80 USD a box for a box break. So it's similar to Shiny RV, and basically you get free shipping. That's pretty much that. So go on the website. The description is in the link below, and you guys can go and check it out. Another thing that I'm doing is that a lot of people have been asking me about the Venusaur and Blastoise VMax deck. I've also allowed some pre-orders on my website, so you guys can go check it out. If you have any question, leave me a DM or a comment, and I'll try to answer it. Let's get back into this video. So this video, I want to talk about a card that I found, and it is this one. This is the character rare card from Cosmic Eclipse, but obviously this is the Japanese version. Actually, this is a lot of the Japanese version. Actually, I'm just going to use this as a thumbnail because it looks cool. Alright, so basically, this card I've actually bought, like a year ago when it was released. No one was giving it crap about this card. People thought that it's such a common card. I mean, this is a full art picture of Pikachu in red or ash. So no one really cared about this card. So being Collect Pokemon, I'm like, it looks nice. So I've decided to go online and just buy like 40, 50 copies of them. And so it came in these sleeves. Just a little back bend is fine, but they came in these sleeves, and I've kind of just left it in these sleeves. For the longest time, I just kind of find a place to stash it away, and that's pretty much it. But just the other day, when I was actually doing some research and cleaning up, I was like, let me just search up how much this card is. Well, this card is currently selling for eBay for like around $30 US. I got all of them for around $4 to $5 US each. And what comes to surprise me is the PSA 10 version. The PSA 10 version is going for $150 to $220. Something along that line. So the PSA 10 version has significantly gone up in price. And I suspect that it is because that Cosmic Eclipse Pikachu was hard to find. And I just also realized that there are just so much more Pokemon Japanese cards collector in the hobby. So that's what I think that it's happening to some of these cards. And a lot of people ask, collect Pokemon. Back then, why did you buy it? Why did you buy it? What's the rationale? Well, the rationale is this. I think that this card looks cool. I think that this card looks nice. And if I like it, chances are a lot of people are also going to like it. And so that is the kind of rationale or mentality that I had when buying some of these cards. And I also realized that this card is not like a super expensive card. So I was like, okay, it's just going to be like $5 US. And to be very honest, $5 US, I mean, don't mind me saying this, but it's really much nothing. You buy a coffee, that's more than $5. You buy a cheeseburger, that's more than $5. No one really, I mean, I'm really sorry I'm saying this, but no one really cares about that $5. So like anyone, we'll just ditch it. And even though I sound like, oh, because you're like rich or something, you don't think $5 is some money. No, it's not because of that. It's because of this is what the market really, really is. I mean, if you guys think $100 a booster box, $150 a booster box is expensive, people are spending $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on one single cards. These are just pocket change for them. But I'm not as rich as them, so to me, $100 is not pocket change, but $5 is. So that's the mentality that I'm having. All right, so basically what happens is that I'll usually buy a number of these cards, and I just kind of hope and wait for it to go up in price, which it's quite decent. And from that, what we actually learn is that PSA 10 ones are worth so much more. So now it's the right time to actually send it to PSA, because chances are it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be at least a year before we actually get it back from PSA. So what that actually means is that when it gets it back, when we get it back from PSA, this card will have shot up in price, and that is when everyone in the world starts to look into this card, starts to care about this card, and then they will start to think about grading these cards, which then they send to PSA, and then it will take another year or so. But by then, I would have already made some profit from the ones that I got back from PSA already. So this is the mentality, and this is the timing, and I want to let you guys know how important timing is for such investment. So that is pretty much my insight in this. We're gonna look at more cards that I actually have. So stay tuned, and basically our Christmas break is pretty much going to be looking at cards that Collect Pokemon have slashed away. It's not even in his collection yet, but it's just there in my possession. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Remember to hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. And remember, go on the website, check out the breaks and the pre-order. Peace!